Hey, y'all, Waltz here. Sorry I can't be with you today. I had to go to a meeting, but I've been working on the app Choose Your Own Adventure thing, and I want to show you guys a couple tips and tricks that'll make your life easier. So, for one thing, I have an original version of this that I remixed that I titled "Original Adventure for Notes." So, this is the exact same thing that you guys can access on code.org. And if you go to My Projects, you'll see I've got Original Adventure for Notes, and then I've got Walls' Masque Adventure. So what I did was I went to View Project Ideas, I went to App Lab, and I just remixed this a couple of times to have two different versions. So let's pull up my. Well, first, what I did before you do that stuff, make sure you have your thing planned out in your Padlet or written out. But go to your desktop, and I made. Let's see, where is it? I made a folder. Now, in the Chromebooks, you're going to do this within the folder system. There should be like a little circle thing down here for you to click. You want to click on the file folder icon and create a folder that says Choose Your Own Adventure. And in that folder, I made one for the Mask of the Red Death app. We're going to do this a couple of times with different stories, so I made this one specifically for app, and that for the Mask app. And that is where I'm downloading the image files that I'm going to use for my app. That way, they're easier to find, and that's kind of good coding practice, anyways. Is to create one destination to send all of your stuff. So, kind of set up your file management system first if you haven't already, and then you can get into the coding. Sorry, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Close that. All right, so let's get back to my project. So here's how I went about doing this. So I've got my thing over here. Now, when you click on these elements, nothing happens here because right now I'm in code. I'm in code mode. So don't, changing this right now isn't going to do a whole lot. I need to go into design. Now, this is where I can change stuff. I can move my image around. I think I can change the size of it. Yep. And remember, Command Z should work to fix whatever it is you mess up. And I can change that's the letter image, and then I click here, and this is where I do my text. Now I can drag this open to kind of have more room to type. You can copy and paste your text from the Padlet, however you need to do that. I changed the color of my Choose One drop-down button using this background color. You can even change the color of the text somewhere right here. Yeah, there we go. I can make it black, red and black. That's cool. So if I click run right now, this is as far as I've got it coded. The envelope appears to have blood on it. Do you open it? I say no, ignore the letter and continue outside, and it goes to this screen. Now, how did it know to go to that screen? Well, in your drop down menu, this is where you start changing stuff. So let's go back to code. You can see here I've got yes, open the letter, and if I say that, I go to screen 2. Now I have not coded anything for screen 2 yet. Now, if I say ignore the letter and continue outside, I have coded for screen 5. So here's how I did that. So when I go to design, I have my drop down menu right here. I just went to screen 5 and I kind of repeated the process. I chose my image while I downloaded it. And to do that, so I just did a village street. You want to click images. And if you want to be legal, you got to click tools and you got to click usage rights and click Creative Commons licenses. And these are, I think it was this one right here that I chose. And just so you can, I right click it, save image as, and then village street again. And just make sure in your own file management system that you save it into the folder that you created for these images. That way, when you go back to it, and I want to click choose here for my image, and I click upload file, I can navigate to, let's see, desktop, choose your own adventure, Masque app, and there it is. And then I can choose that image, and boom, there we go. Text again, right here. If I click on the text box, I can drag this out. There we go. And remember, always make sure that your text ends in a question. Do you investigate the smoke or the carriage? So that way, when I get to my choose one, these are my options for my choose one, my drop down. I can give the options here. And now this is key. With this text, this is what's going to go in your code. So when I have my options here, I need to, you have to do it exactly. Investigate the carriage, investigate the smoke. Those are my options for that choose down box. Now, or choose one box. So that the drop down box. There we go. So that's as far as I've coded that one. Again, it's kind of rinse and repeat. So you've got and so when I go here, whatever I'm changing this to, that says screen 7. So that I'm going to drop down here. I'm going to go to screen 7. I'm going to go to design, and then I'm going to start messing around with that stuff. So pay attention to the code here. This tells you what screens you need to work with. And then there you go. And so you can add screens. Are there more screens? You can add screens using the same exact functionality that they've got you coded right here. But for right now, let's just see if we can get these screens coded. Kind of replace the original game stuff with your stuff before we start adding to it. All right, guys. I hope this helps. I will be back at the end of third block, hopefully, to check on you guys and see how it went.